This is Kyle Green from Mortgage Alliance, and I'm here to talk to you today about first-time home buyers and what the time frame is and the timeline is for purchasing a property. As a first-time home buyer, it can be very stressful to purchase your first residence, so we'll make it as easy and streamlined for you as possible. The first thing that you want to do is talk to your mortgage broker about getting a pre-approval in place. The pre-approval is good for two things. First of all, it will give you an idea of what your rate is going to be. Pre-approval is typically good for anywhere between 90 and 120 days, so that you know that no matter what, your best or your worst case scenario rate will be your pre-approved rate. Now, if rates drop in that time frame, typically you're able to get a lower rate. So at least you have an idea of, okay, I know that my worst case scenario rate will be X, and you can make sure that you budget accordingly. The second thing a pre-approval will do for you is let you know what you qualify for. That way you're not out looking and shopping for properties that you can't qualify for. The second thing that you need to do is make sure you send your broker all of the information that they've requested, and that could include things like a job letter, pay stub, etc. The more information that we have up front, the less surprises you may have when you do end up writing an offer. Sometimes we find that somebody thinks that they're guaranteed a position at their employment, and they actually aren't, or they're a temporary full-time employee. Things like that can be a bit surprising, and some of my clients don't even know that until they receive their paperwork back. So we want to get all our ducks in a row, or get as much information as possible beforehand. The third thing you want to do is get in touch with a realtor and start shopping around and looking at properties that fit those criteria of both your budget and what you qualify for. The fourth thing that you want to do is once you find a property, is you want to write an offer. It's very important you tie up the property as soon as possible to make sure that you can do all your due diligence. You don't want to do too much research behind the scenes and then end up finding out that during that process over the last couple of days a new offer has come in and now you guys are not going to be able to get that property. So it's always a good idea, tie it up and make sure that you write subject to financing, inspection, and all the necessary subjects. Those subjects are very important to give you time to make sure that you find all the information that you need on that property, which could include strata minutes, making sure that your mortgage is going to be approved, because a pre-approval is not necessarily going to guarantee you that property. Sometimes there are issues with the property that we don't know about until you write an offer. So you want to make sure that you understand a pre-approval is good for you, but if full approval is necessary to make sure that you do have 100% financing in place. Now, once you've signed all of the documentation and you've removed your subject to financing inspection and you have a firm offer, you'll need to sign all of your paperwork with your broker or bank. Once all of this paperwork is signed, everything will be forwarded back to the bank, and about 7 to 14 business days before closing, what are called instructions would be sent out to your notary or lawyer. You'll go in to sign those documents, and those will be the legally binding documents that you'll sign. Once those are signed, you're all done. That's it. And if you have any questions or concerns, please call me, 1-888-531-8890, or Kyle@homelinecanada.com. Thanks.